May Allah bless you in the world.
My dear respectable viewers, I'd like to present to you one account which took place in the life of Sayyidina Imam A'azam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi. It's mentioned by Allama Abdul Wahhab Sha'rani alayhi rahmah. He says that once Sayyidina Imam A'azam Abu Hanifa alayhi rahmah, he went to the wudu area of the Jami' Masjid in Kufa, and when he entered the wudu area, he saw a young man who was performing wudu. Droplets of used water of wudu were falling and were dripping from his body. The Imam, the great Imam, Imam Azam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, he said, "O my son, repent from disobeying your parents." The young man, completely taken back and astounded, in a very humble manner, the young man said, "I have repented." Then Sayyidina Imam Azam Abu Hanifa saw the droplets of water dripping during the wudu performed by another individual. The Imam said to him, "Oh my dear brother, repent from fornication." The man replied in a humble manner, "I have repented." Then, having seen the droplets of water from ablution falling from the body and the limbs of another person, Sayyidina Imam Azam Abu Hanifa alayhi rahmah said, "Repent, my dear brother, repent of drinking alcohol and listening to songs and music." Then this third individual, he also said, "I have repented." My dear respectable viewers, this incident is a very heart-rendering and heart-striking incident. Sayyidina Imam Azam Abu Hanifa, the leader of millions of Hanafis, they were blessed with the power of kashf. Kashf means spiritual insight, where a person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, lifts the veils and he is able to see the faults of people. Therefore, when this incident took place, Sayyidina Imam Azam Abu Hanifa alayhi rahmah, he made dua in the court of Allah. And he said, "Ya Rab, please take back this power of kashf, spiritual insight, which you have bestowed upon me." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted the dua of Sayyidina Imam Azam Abu Hanifa, and thereafter he rahimahullah was never and was no longer able to see the sins of people being washed away during wudu. My dear respectable viewers, a point that we need to realize and reflect from this point is, unfortunately, within our day and age today, we are falling prey to many sins. We are weak. خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. Man and insan has been created weak, whether that be physically weak, whether the ulama mention even psychologically weak. With the temptations of lust, one is weak as well. But my dear respectable viewers, a very important point we learn here is about avoiding looking at the faults of people. Sayyidina Imam Azam Abu Hanifa, even though granted this power by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he supplicated in the court of Allah to please lift this and remove this power from me. And then he mentions, and another point that we learn from this is that we as human beings today are full of many faults. We are full of many mistakes and full of faults. But what is our mindset today? Whenever we look at a person, we are looking towards his faults. Even though that individual may be saying something which is beneficial for us. It may be actually beneficial to us to help rectify our own state. But because we see faults in him, because we do not like him, because he has done something wrong to us, we do not accept his words. But my dear respectable viewers, we learn from the life of our pious predecessors and from Quranic verses. We are told and we are commanded not to find faults in others. My dear respectable viewers, just a point to ponder, that we need to try to reflect upon our own self. And when we look at our own self, then we will not delve into finding faults in others, because we will be so busy in looking at our own mistakes and trying to correct them one by one, that we won't even have time to look at the faults of others. So this is a humble request for myself and for all of us all the dear viewers, that we try our utmost and fight our nafs and to not find faults in others, and try to take benefit from others and only benefit others as well. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel.